It's been almost a week, and it's clear that we have little chance of finding eyewitnesses here to the execution stories we heard in Amman. So we'll have to show our hand and ask the authorities directly. The beheadings have been attributed to the state-sponsored Imam, or Return to Faith campaign. We've come to see Dr. Abdirizak Al-Harbi, the Director of Religious Affairs in the Ministry of Religious Affairs. He's going to enlighten us about the Imam campaign. One of the criticisms of this government is that under the cloak of the Imam campaign there have been some public executions of women accused of prostitution. Is this true?
Because we are at war with America, they launch propaganda against us. These stories were all fabricated.
So this is completely... it's rubbish.
It's all the lies of America.
We get the same denials when we go to visit Dr. A.K. Hashemi. He's a personal advisor to Saddam Hussein and a former ambassador to Paris. So these executions
there was no execution. This is something that is not true. They are not able to find a serious human right violation to refer to. So they are referring to something simple, stupid, trivial. If those people have something more serious about human right violations in Iraq, would they hesitate to put it on every television in the world?
But our direct approach to the authorities has backfired. The Ministry of Information denies us any further access to high officials. And back at the hotel, I get another warning. Well, that's interesting. I don't remember propping my door open. Who's been eating my porridge? Well, someone's had a good look around. I hope you found what you were looking for. Propping open my door is an absolutely crystal clear message. We're watching you. So, we decide to watch the watchers. We set up a motion-sensitive camera to film any intruders. We discover that while my room is being cleaned, it is also thoroughly examined by a man dressed in a blue hotel porter outfit. He spends 5 minutes every morning going through my belongings. He thoroughly rifles through bags, he looks in the pockets of trousers and the rolled up sleeves of shirts. He even looks between the pages of my novel. It's Dickens' Bleak House. The propaganda war over Iraq is at its fiercest on the humanitarian front. All journalists who visit Iraq end up being shown round a hospital sooner or later. I'm taken to the Al-Wiyah hospital in Baghdad.
All these patients are malnourished.
These are all malnutrition cases?
Yes.
Malnourished Iraqi babies have become a familiar, if painful, sight. The Iraqi government blames economic sanctions, even though the United Nations allowed Saddam to sell enough oil to buy as much food and medicine for his people as they need. But the head of Al-Wiyah Hospital claims the program has brought no benefits at all.
Since the year 1990 until now, our problems are increasing and not decreasing. The Iraqi children are not fighting anybody, but they are killed deliberately.
Do you think they're being killed deliberately?
Yes, deliberately. Yes.
Why?
Otherwise,
what is the logic behind that?
I don't know. I am asking you and your politicians. Why an Iraqi child could not get food or medicine?
And she can't.
But a closer inspection of the malnourished babies on the ward reveals that they are here not because they don't have enough food, but because their mothers fed them on formula mixed with dirty water.
And as you know, bottle feeding needs special preparation. I mean cleaning, so most of the time it is contaminated and they have not the experience to give them in a good way.
And when I talk to other doctors here, I get very contradictory stories about the alleged shortage of medicines.
Is there any shortage of drugs or any medical supplies, any deficiency?
No.
For right now,
No,
in this
right
case?
now, no.
This doctor seems to be saying things are fine right now, while this one says things are terrible.
There's a lot of shortage of drugs. Many of the drugs is not present in our hospital.
I try to pin him down on the specifics.
What sort of drugs are not present at all?
We can't define them now. There are a lot of drugs.
But I mean-
List of drugs. And you can have it from the ministry.
The doctors eventually say they are short of anticonvulsants, but I'm not allowed to check for myself by inspecting their medical supplies.
And could we also visit the pharmacy
No,
to film, because we need to film the...
it's closed now.
It's closed now?
Yes.
When does it open?
It's open during the day.
But it is daytime. I try again.
But what sort of drug shortages do you have at the moment?
I was just told to show you some cases. I'm not allowed to say anything. Excuse me.
In the pharmacy. Let's go and see if they've got the drugs that... Do you speak English?
Yes.
Could I come in? Yes. Thank you very much.
I can't get into the hospital pharmacies in Baghdad, but on the streets the drugstores seem well stocked. And the drugs are cheap. There seems to be plenty of medicine here. A UN report published last year showed that the health of the Iraqi people had significantly improved as a result of the Oil for Food program. I have also learned that the latest Iraqi government study shows further dramatic improvements in health. But the regime has suppressed that report. It's apparently not good propaganda to admit the humanitarian situation is getting better. We're on our last organised trip, south to Basra, Iraq's second city. The first story we heard in Amman was about a beheading here in Basra. 15 women, including a doctor and 2 teachers, publicly beheaded. School children bussed in to witness the killings. Perhaps we can turn this propaganda trip to our advantage.
We've come here to see what people think, or even if they'll admit to, the executions of prostitutes on the street.
Security here is just as tight as it is in Baghdad. Basra is inside the no-fly zone and is regularly bombed by America. The ministry has brought us here to meet a family who were hit by a US airstrike.
Hello.
Journalists have been brought here before. It's good propaganda against the Americans. And it's also true.
Is this damage from the bomb?
Yes, it's now open
And the bomb, where did the bomb land?
in the street.
In 1999, a misdirected cruise missile landed in the street outside Haider's house.
It damaged it completely.
Her son was killed instantly.
Where was Haider?
He was in the street.
He was in the
at that
street.
time.
He was just playing.
Yes.
Sorry.
Her other son, 7-year-old Mustafa, was left badly injured.
Hello.
America later said the casualties were regrettable. They're the only ordinary family we're allowed to meet in Iraq. We decide to use this opportunity to find out if they know anything about the beheadings in Basra. Executions, the regime says, never happened.
Did you hear about the allegations that some prostitutes were executed? You didn't, you did. Did it happen in Basra?
Yes.
Did you see it? You saw it with your own eyes? No. But you know from...
Here, only here.
Yeah. This was a good thing?
Of course, good.
Why is that?
After all the heated official denials we've heard from the government, it's startling to realise that for ordinary Iraqis like this family, the beheadings are not a big secret. They're common knowledge, a normal, accepted part of life here. And back in Baghdad, when we visit a coffee shop where men gather to gossip, we hear even more about the beheadings.
In the Imam campaign, some people have said that there were some prostitutes were killed. Did you agree with that?
Yes, because we are an Islamic country and you've got to respect the laws.
We agree completely with these proceedings.
Did you ever see that happen?
No, I just heard about it.
Almost everyone in Iraq seems to have heard of the killings. They don't seem to realize that officially they never happened. Our questions are getting us into big trouble. The Ministry of Information tells us we have to get out of Iraq.
I mean, it's ridiculous. We wait 3 weeks for a visa and then we get 10 days.
It's not possible. The cooperation of the President will review is 10 days.
Our expected stay of 2 or 3 weeks in Iraq is likely to shrink till tomorrow. We could be chucked out, which is a catastrophe. The official line is that they're short of minders.